cousin who lives in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. She wrote to me the other day and she said, you have to take a look at the work of this woman, Ksenobie Bäйli.
When I went to school and I was studying industrial design, as far as my continuum as a designer was concerned, there was a great void. It was hard designing for mainstream, because I didn't want to surrender my principles. Everybody has their own signature aesthetic, and mine is aesthetic of funk. One of my favorite pastimes is thrift stores, and I found this book. This is like a Bible, really. And you see the aesthetic here, the mandala, kind of like what I have. That was the visual icons of that era. These are larger mandalas, but they also serve as color exercises, because you always have, just like, athlete has to exercise, the muscles and everything. An artist has to do different exercises to keep, the craft together. With the aesthetic of funk, it's like you're vibing on the designing. You're vibing with the colors, you're vibing with the lines, you're vibing with the patterns. It's vibration designing. For me, the aesthetic of funk comes from the African American household. The way colors were used, the way that patterns were used together, the way the textures were used together. That was something that came from the aesthetic that my mother used, and probably her mother and the women in my community. When I was little, my mother, she would make flower arrangements from fashion magazine, because fashion magazine has all those different colorful pages, and they would be on the kitchen table. It's a kind of this funky chic, urban household aesthetic that brings that beauty to a home. A lot of things are just made from whatever's found, found objects. Like now, this whole recycle thing, this whole green thing is a new thing, but really, in certain households, that was the way things were done. This is a sculpture piece that's going in the window of the Student Museum of Harlem. This is a real funky sculpture piece or altar, or however you want to apply it. These boxes came from Costco. These flowers here are brown paper bags. This fan is from the grocery store circulars, because they have all that beautiful print and all the colors and everything. What I did with this is I took trash and I gave it value. This is my message to the community. We can create currency from anything we apply our creativity to. Aesthetic of funk.